The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Mike Francesa is doubling down on his controversial report on who's actually in charge of the New York Jets. We'll get into that and much more with the worst blackjack player I've ever seen. Robby Sabo is joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
We sitting in here, we excited as hell.
Now it's time to get to work. Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
I haven't felt joy talking about the Jets in a long time. When they announced it, I went, yeah! Jets, let's go! A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Mougey are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. It is indeed the Jake Asman Show presented by PrizePicks. Reminder, we're starting in the 9 a.m. hour all week because I'm filling in for Michael K this week and next week, Monday through Thursday. So hopefully you tune in. Yesterday, we had Jerry Ferrara on from Entourage and a bunch of different TV shows and movies. He was great today, talking plenty of baseball, some football. Make sure you tune in. You can watch it on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. Right now, we say hello to a man who knows a thing or two about how to party. Ladies and gentlemen, the co-founder of JET X, JetsXFactor.com, and the co-host of the Underdog podcast with our guy Wayne Corbett. It is Robby Sabo who joins us now. Robby, have you recovered from what was a fantastic weekend in Atlantic City?
Worst blackjack player? Don't start your shit, Jake.
Awful blackjack.
Don't start your shit.
Horrific.
What is it? So everyone listening, I think it was there was one situation. It was a hard 12, and the dealer had a what was it, a 3 or a 4?
The amount of
12
things
on a 3 or 4.
Okay.
I wanted a hit, and it was a national emergency. You lost your shit. National emergency. Call the National Guard. Like,
how about
like
when you wanted to split everything that didn't need to be split?
What are you talking about?
How about when you wanted to double down or you wanted to hit here and Wayne's losing his mind and you're yelling at him, "Oh, we should just have a computer, man. You guys, we should just have a computer."
I didn't split and double down once all night.
It was
not
bad,
once.
It was bad. The only time Wayne Corbett was mad
you guys are out of your mind
was watching you play blackjack.
Dude, do you understand? 12 with a 4 showing. If you play by the book, what do you do on 16? Hit every time? Is that what
I hit every time? Yeah.
Dude, just put a machine in your seat. Why play?
So
there are certain situations where you have to gamble. That's gambling. Like you can't be the fucking holding court officer. If you are that, you're gonna get yelled at. We had a good time. Let's just
did have a great time.
That way.
I mean, we played a lot longer than the Conor McGregor fight lasted.
That's another thing. That was brutal timing. That and the Argentina game too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those who didn't get to meet Robby, it's because he didn't show up until like 4:15ish the day of the event, and it was monsooning then, so some people cleared out a little bit.
The rain destroyed the commute. Let's just put it that way. That it was one of the. I felt like I was on a last mission to Atlantic City. Like I'd never escape. What's that Kurt Russell movie, Escape from New York? I felt like I was setting myself up for that in Atlantic City. And knowing Atlantic City, it's possible, actually.
Did you enjoy this interaction between Wayne and I?
Is it? It's just, look, Wayne, for the Jets fans who got to know him, I mean, everyone knew this already. He's down to earth. He's down to hang. He messes around, as the kids say, he fucks around. and you could give it back to him too. So that you can't ask for much more. And I heard Shine's story yesterday where Wayne was messing with the random dude in line. I wish I got into sports. That cracked me up pretty good. Yeah.
It was just unbelievable when he at one point hands Richie like $75 after Richie was complaining he hasn't had any blackjacks. And the first hand right after that was him getting a blackjack. And then Richie proceeded to have like the ultimate beginner's luck and rattle off like $800 of profit that night. Just insane. There's so many fun stories. And again, shout out to Lou B for his amazing work helping us organize the first ever Gang Green Beach Club and all the Jet fans and Asmaniacs who showed up. We had a blast. We'll be doing another big meetup on the 1st of August. Chef Kevin's restaurant, the Cloverleaf Tavern, Caldwell, New Jersey, after the Jets practice the morning of August 1. So it's a free meetup. RSVP if you're coming out. Have some special guests that are going to be joining us. I'll announce that when we get a little closer. It's going to be awesome. So make sure you RSVP.
Me and Chef bonded, Chef of the Future, because he was like my audience at the blackjack table when I had to fend you two nutbags off. Chef, call in if you're free. Let's we'll chat about it. Kick it around.
You see Wayne sign the Chef Kevin Asmaniac trophy?
That was tremendous.
What's so funny about this is I was introducing Wayne to Chef and telling him he's our caller who won the tournament, and Wayne just took the trophy and just signed it. He just assumed, oh, I'm supposed to sign this.
That's so good.
He signed everything else for everyone else that day. So just
so
awesome.
As soon as I walked in, I saw Samini, chatted with him, and then we bumped into him later too, didn't we? Were you with me? We bumped
at the lobby,
going
back up to the rooms.
Yes, yeah. Saw Samini, saw Leary. Jesus, I didn't know they made Irish Vikings. He's an Irish Viking, a red Irish Viking. Omari, my man Omari, saw him, hung out with him for a little bit. Me and Frankie were doing like Roman Greco wrestling at one point. Just messing around, not really. And but yeah, everyone was great.
Again, big shout out to everyone who came out. If you haven't been to an event, make sure you come to the next one. It's going to be awesome. Real quick, we're only doing one live show today in all likelihood. So in honor of Robby being on and our fun with Wayne over the weekend, I have ourselves here a signed Wayne Corbett football. So if you want a chance to win a signed ball by Mr. Third Down, make sure you enter the raffle before the show ends. If we get 20 names on the wheel, we'll spin the wheel of champions coming up at the end of this very show. Our new set of weekly prizes next week or later this week includes a signed Darrelle Revis end zone pylon, a Chad Pennington signed jersey, a Breece Hall signed helmet, and a Jets Legends jersey. You pick the player you want a jersey in. So let's talk about some comments here that Mike Francesa made on his podcast. Now, Mike, several months ago, towards the beginning of the Jet offseason, reported that the Jets changed their power structure. It was no longer Aaron Glenn as the central figure and Mougey working for him. It was the other way around, that Mougey now has more power than Glenn, that the Jets trust Mougey more than they do Aaron Glenn. So Mike Francesa said that. The Jets then contacted some reporters and tried to deny it.
Yeah.
However, there's been a clear shift in the tone and the commentary from people on the beat about the dynamics inside that front office, including my co-host on the Jets Collective, Rich Samini, saying that it is clear that they're no longer attached at the hip. Remember, Woody Johnson famously said at the intro presser last year that Mougey's Glenn's sidekick. So that doesn't seem to be the case at all. And this was Mike yesterday doubling down on what he said months ago.
I just don't trust them. Did they make some off-the-field moves that were solid? Do I feel that there's now a belief in the general manager who clearly now has usurped the power? Now you're hearing that everywhere. I said that to you 6 months ago. Everyone denied it. The Jets denied it. It's true. He's now running the show. It's no longer equal. And Glenn knows that, and he has to deal with it. And maybe he will. And maybe he won't. Maybe Frank Reich will be the coach by week 8. Who knows? I don't have a lot of faith in that team.
Well, look, this is how it should be, in my opinion. Like, I don't find this to be bad for the Jets. I don't find this to be controversial for the Jets. The bottom line is Mougey has done his job far better than Glenn has. The bottom line is Mougey has respect from a lot of people around the league, including his old buddy, Kevin O'Connell. The bottom line is Mougey has won a lot of deals. He's gotten maximum value for the players he's traded out. He's gotten great value for the players he's brought in. There's been a clear plan and strategy behind the Jets' thought process of tearing it down when it didn't work at 0-7 last year to gearing up, building the team this year and putting them in position to get a stud quarterback in 27. Again, I trust Darren Mougey way more than I do Aaron Glenn, and I like organizations where the GM is in charge of the coach. I think that's how it should be, and I think there's nothing wrong with this, and the Jets denied it months ago, but it seems pretty obvious. Darren Mougey's the head honcho for the New York Jets.
The denial remains as recent as yesterday. And what are they going to say? Of course, that's what they're going to say, because look, when it's ambiguous and both guys report to the owner, the guesswork will be there. That's where we have to start. And it wasn't like that with Joe Douglas. I agree. I like it that way too, top to bottom. I'm sorry. Yeah, top to bottom, up, down, GM to the head coach, owner, GM, head coach. But it comes down to this. It's not, kumbaya all the time. There are wars within the front office. There are wars within the war room. It just doesn't work. Not everyone agrees. You see it on this show, Jake, where we went back and forth about Reese and Bailey, Sadiq and Mekhi Lemon, or whatever you wanted at 16. There has to be a final decision maker. Has to be. And even though it wasn't official at the time of the hiring, everyone pretty much assumed it was Glenn. It felt that way. He was hired first. Woody, what he said at the intro. So on top of that, what really made me feel like, yes, maybe it has shifted, is that while free agency felt like Glenn, DeMario, physical, big guys, two-gapping it, especially defense with the two-gap guys, that was really specialized in terms of Glenn. The first two picks in the draft scream analytical darlings to me as opposed to Glenn type guys, Bailey and Sadiq. Now, caveat, I know nothing. That is just my opinion, my personal belief, but that doesn't mean it doesn't mean I'm wrong either. It could be that, Glenn is not that final decision maker if there were heads butting in that front office. And we all hear about the rumors where they're going more analytical, and anyone who has followed the draft class, Bailey was that analytical darling. So it's interesting. I understand why everyone thinks that, but at the same time, don't think it's like, Pol Pot over here or Hitler. They're working together. They're part of a team. There just has to be that one overriding voice among dissension, because dissension will always be there.
Well, here's the bottom line. If Aaron Glenn does his job well, he's got nothing to worry about, right? If Aaron Glenn goes out there, he's taking over play calling on defense. If he does that well and the Jets are competitive and they win 7-8 games, then he's got nothing to worry about. Him and Darren Mougey are still working together. This doesn't mean Mougey's sabotaging him. Like, he's not trying to get him any players like John Izek did to Rex so he could try and hire his own coach. This is not that. This is clear. The Jets looked at last year. Aaron Glenn was a first-time head coach, and he was a first-time general manager. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Aaron Glenn was not qualified to have the amount of power he was given. He gets a 5-year deal. He's one of the highest-paid coaches in the NFL. I mean, Woody Johnson got raked over the coals by Jimmy Sexton, Aaron Glenn's agent, in contractual negotiations. Like, it's embarrassing what the amount of power they gave Aaron Glenn. He didn't earn any of it. He's not qualified to be Bill Parcells without the experience that Parcells had by the time he became the czar of football for all the teams he took over. And that's the power Glenn had. And if you remember, Bill Parcells even made some comments a couple months ago about, well, if you have power, it's great if you know what you're doing. This is how the structure should be set up. Mougey, they might have stumbled into a good football guy who has a plan. Aaron Glenn, let him coach the team and prove he could be a head coach and coach the team. Let Mougey handle the GM stuff because he's better at it than Aaron Glenn.
I don't disagree. I think I agree completely. At the same time, I don't know if I would prefer this setup over Glenn in terms of personnel. Now, I'm not saying Glenn's a personnel giant. Don't get it twisted. But Membu last year was sound. There were certain things that you really liked. Quarterback, obviously not. But you bring up a good point with the amount of power. How did that happen? What led to the situation where that much power was given out? That's something that really should be traced and looked at and investigated. It's going to be tough to find answers, but it's something to really think about, because that goes to the process of searching for a head coach and searching for the leader of your football program. Obviously, Mike Tannenbaum, 33rd team, was involved. I wrote something about him a few days ago. I don't care what he says, positive or negative. He has skin in the game. It matters not whatsoever. Same thing with, I just heard this thing from Carton. Is it true Adam Schefter and Kraft co-own a business together now?
It is true.
What are we doing? How is that not a conflict of interest in terms of reporting? And that's why I was so up in arms about the 33rd team, because they were a content company. We're just flying too close to the sun here with all this junk, and it's going to bite us in the ass, and it's going to ruin the sport even further. So, I don't know. I think it's about the process and all that stuff. But to your point, if they win, it all goes away. It really does.
I mean, you could tell there's been a different dynamic. Go back and watch the end of season presser. We said it then. Everyone who was there noticed a clear shift in the power dynamics. Mougey was way more assertive. He was answering the questions. Glenn had his tail tucked between his legs because he got humbled by going 3-14, starting 0-7 after he ripped Robert Saleh's coaching staff. And he said, we're here to win now and going forward, and we're going to let Justin Fields play quarterback. And he wasn't just bad in year one. He was horrific. He's lucky to have a job. So it shouldn't be equal. Mougey actually did enough where there's Jet fans who believe in him. And if Glenn can't turn it around, and I hope he does, but if he can't, you're going to hope that Mougey could use his contacts around the league from Denver and the people he knows and hire a legit coach, whether that be Davis Webb or whether that be Kevin O'Connell or whoever. And I've said this for months, so this doesn't surprise me. When I was at the Super Bowl this year, when I was at the Senior Bowl, when I was at the NFL Combine, when I was at the draft, and I talked with anyone in football circles, that could be agents for players and coaches, former executives, current executives, scouts, people just with other teams, and they see I'd be wearing a Jet hat, and you strike up a conversation with someone, the same response every time was, I don't know about your head coach, but I think you guys have a GM, including someone I spoke to that used to work in the Jet organization in the front office and had good things to say about Mougey when he could have been bitter and said he's terrible. So, like, the bottom line is, this is how the Jets should be set up. Give Aaron Glenn a chance with a respectable roster I think that they have in place to prove whether or not he should be the guy. And if not, I'll take my chance with Mougey, 3 first-round picks, $100 million in cap space, and a roster that's got some players on it. I think it's an attractive job for the next head coach.
Yes, you said it perfectly. Now, I'll be the pour on the, rain on the day guy, but same thing happened with Douglas. It's a matter of, you could do everything right in terms of improving the talent, improving the names, looking at the depth chart. Oh, this looks better. This is improved. They got a nice collection. Comes down to how it works together. It comes down to philosophy, the theory, how it's put into motion. And I think with Douglas, obviously he missed on the quarterback, but a lot of it with Douglas was it wasn't put together properly. Whether, that's Douglas's fault, that's the coach's fault, it's all their faults. And the proper philosophy wasn't in tow. That's what they have to get right this time. And also, the rumors, it doesn't help to quell the rumors when everything happened with the coaching staff that happened to end the season. Glenn, it's obvious he wanted to be that CEO type head coach, hires Wilkes. I don't want to say hands off completely because there were elements of his defense with Wilkes. I think people go too far with that. But, CEO type coach or not, you're in charge of everything. I don't care if you're a defensive coach. You're in charge of the offense, special teams, defense. Glenn gets credit for special teams too, just as Banjo does. But now he's not that CEO. Did he want to take over play calling? Was he kind of nudged into it? I don't know. I'm just putting it out there that it doesn't help the rumors. And this is where we are today.
It's just one of those things where when you are as bad as the Jets were in year one, these are the type of things that you would expect to change because
What's
clearly,
that? What do you mean?
well, like clearly Aaron Glenn wanted to be the CEO coach, but
Yeah.
you couldn't do that when you went 3-14. And if you're Woody Johnson, I'm not going to blame Woody for being like, I'm paying you $12 million a year. You got this job because of your quote unquote prowess as a defensive coordinator in Detroit. You call the defense. Why do I need to hire Wink Martindale to
But
do
is
it?
there, you're right, but is there something to Woody not lying in the bed he made forever, but at least lying in the bed he made an ample amount of time?
I think
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
when it's as bad as it is in year one, Mike.
Yeah.
Glenn's lucky to be employed. Let's be honest. Even
Look,
this
look,
guy.
look, I was on that page with you, but is it? I'm just asking. I have no idea what the answer is. I'm just thinking out the question. Is it an improvement if they actually did change that final decision maker or not? I don't know. I have no idea. And by the way, free agency, DeMario, all those guys. I think Glenn spearheaded a lot of those moves, and Mougey executed them for him.
Right, but that's my point. I don't think Mougey is like, now that he's in charge, he's trying to sabotage Aaron Glenn.
No, not even
I
close.
just think
Yeah,
he's
man, no.
involved more. Like, and again, when Glenn spoke at the combine, he talked about how both Mougey and Rick Spielman took a huge role in the hiring of the new coaching staff. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
that was interesting.
They
Yeah.
got involved. Again, this is not necessarily a bad thing for Aaron Glenn. If Aaron Glenn is a good head coach, great. Be a good head coach. You don't need to do both.
Yeah, and also, but the draft, I mean, the Reese Bailey stuff, it was all good fun here, but it just as it was fun here, that was a legit conversation within the Jets organization. Do we not think that's the case? Are we living in fantasy land or no? Of course, that was a legit conversation. So you have, half the room on one side, half the room on the other side. Who is making that final decision? That is where the heart of the matter lives. And just to pretend it doesn't exist, I think it's, I think it's not right. I think it's a legit thing because it's not kumbaya all the time. We could all cut the crap. I mean, you're supposed to. If it's kumbaya all the time, you're doing something wrong.
Right.
You have to butt heads.
Hit the like button if you're just joining us. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. If we get 20 entries on the wheel, we're going to raffle away a signed football by the star of Gangrene Beach Club, Wayne Corbett. Dom D'Angelo in the house. He's the first to enter the raffle today. 19 more names, and we spin the wheel of champions. Dom, thank you very much for your gifted membership. Oh, we got ourselves a Zelle here that I just saw. John J. Williams sending me a Zelle. So, John, you're in now. The Asmaniac raffle for 2 entries. John, thank you. We need 17 more names to spin the wheel. I referenced the Bill Parcells quotes from over the summer when he spoke with Sal Licata. You tell me if this is the ringing endorsement you would think Aaron Glenn's mentor would be giving him.
Aaron Glenn, another one from your coaching tree. Do you think Aaron Glenn's set up to succeed with the Jets?
I'm praying for him. He's one of my favorite players. I really have a high regard for him personally, so I'm hoping for his success, yes.
Do you think he's buying his own groceries? If they want him to cook the meal, Coach, I don't know if he's buying his own
Don't be
groceries.
using my quotes.
Well, you kind of have to have that to have success, right?
Well, if you know what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, like if I go into a real grocery store, I don't know what I'm doing.
That's not exactly a ringing endorsement from a guy that all we heard about, all the Jet PR that they put out there was Parcells guy. He talks to Parcells all the time. Tannenbaum, I work with the guy every Sunday in the fall. Loves the quote Parcells. He told me the first thing he did when he got the opportunity to consult for Woody Johnson on who the next coach should be is call Bill Parcells, say who should be the coach. He says Aaron Glenn. Like Tannenbaum said that to me on the air. So again, I hear that. That's not a ringing endorsement. Like I'm not going to sit here and allow people to try and gaslight me into thinking like that's a totally normal thing Bill Parcells just said there. It's not.
No, it's not. And listen, Jake, you're my boy. Always will be that way. You can mess with me, I'll mess with you. Folks, if you want to know what a job this guy does, rewatch some of those Sunday shows with him and Tannenbaum. Not easy. Not easy in terms of confrontation, and he did a hell of a job. So, look, Bill's retired, man. Like, I think he's so disconnected from the league at this point that we're not considering that enough. He's just really disconnected. You know, he's enjoying his horsies. He's enjoying it. And I don't think he knows really what's happening in terms of the NFL, the inner workings. I'm not saying he's completely disconnected, but I think that's where it is. And maybe, you know, from a narrative standpoint, it's Glenn returning home, former player, connected to Parcells. The story it just feels right. It sounds right. You know, you hold your heart. It's one of those things. So it gets blown out of proportion a little bit from that angle. And, you know, if I were the Jets, I'd probably do the same thing with that narrative. But yeah, it wasn't a ringing endorsement. It wasn't.
Hit the like button if you're just joining us. Robby Sabo is our guest. Wayne Corbett signed football up for grabs at the end of the show. Your thoughts on the latest on Geno Smith. Now, let me defend Geno here for a moment. A lot of people yesterday saw this headline online from the New York Post. Jets quarterback Geno Smith stopped by cops for third time in 3 months. They have the body cam footage from the latest stop. And people were confused saying, wait, he got pulled over again? This is the same traffic stop from last Monday. The New York Post, though, waited a full week before publishing an article covering what Rich Cimini broke on our very show on the Jets Collective last week. Last Wednesday, Rich broke it. Geno was pulled over last Monday. So there's been confusion in the Jet world. Wow, he got pulled over again, and he's still facing the allegations of assault on his ex-girlfriend. Let's be clear here. Geno got pulled over in March for not having the proper tags in his vehicle and not having a license. Geno Smith got pulled over last Monday. That is what the headline is from, last Monday's traffic stop, where he got pulled over for speeding, going 75 and a 45, and again, not having his license. And of course, the third incident with the Davie Police Department is the ongoing open investigation to what apparently happened at Geno's home on Father's Day. So the New York Post did Geno Smith, I believe, dirty here by waiting a full week till after ESPN reporter Rich Cimini said that Geno Smith got a traffic ticket. It got pulled over last Monday. So hopefully I made that clear. This is not new, even though the headline came out yesterday. This is the same traffic stop we covered on the show already last week. I think the New York Post did Geno dirty. That said, Geno, for the love of God, please carry a driver's license. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I wrote this news up quickly on Jet X yesterday and cited Rich, the Collective, first. Just know this. It's the body cam. That's the difference with the Post doing it now, I believe. They probably just obtained the body cam. Unless I'm wrong and the body cam was out already. I don't think so, though.
Well, the New York Post tried to sell it like exclusive, and it's not an exclusive. You could get the body cam on the police department website.
Right. Maybe they justify exclusive by timing, where they only had it for, you know, an hour or whatever. I don't know. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I don't think they handled it the best way. But at the same time, you know, the questions in terms of smoke equaling fire or no big deal, I think at least can be present right now because, geez, just ride a go-kart in Davie, Florida at this point.
I enjoyed your line, by the way, in the article. Like,
yeah,
dude, might need to get his go-kart going.
Broward County, go-kart. If you leave the county, Aston Martin, go for it. Cool.
Again, just defending Geno. Not that I think it's smart that he keeps getting pulled over for dumb things, but
to his credit, he was
getting dirty.
Yes, and he was ornery in March. I didn't make a big deal out of it, saying doing your job. This time, if you watch the body cam, handled it perfectly. So I'll give him that for sure. He handled it really, really well this time around.
Hit the like button if you're just joining us. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Matt checking in says, thank you, Jake and Robby. You guys are awesome. Matt, I got you down in the raffle for 2. Good luck. Ozzy in the Asmaniac raffle for 1. He gifted a membership that went to Fernando Velez. So, Fernando, you're a channel member. Thanks to Ozzy Fullers. Ladies and gentlemen, this made the rounds on social media yesterday. Pro Football Focus released its all PFF team for the New York Jets. So PFF was founded in 2006. So before people flip out, where's Curtis Martin? Where's Wayne Corbett? Where's insert player pre-06? Now you know why it only goes up to 06 to 2025. So this was the PFF all Jets team. We'll go through it. We'll do offense, then do defense here. And again, this is based on just who had the highest PFF score. So quarterback
for a season or career, I assume. For the
I believe it's for the time frame they played for the Jets.
Yeah.
Quarterback Chad Pennington, running back Breece Hall, wide receivers Garrett Wilson, Lavernius Coles, Jericho Cotchery, tight end Chris Baker and Dustin Keller, left tackle DeBrickashaw Ferguson, AVT Nick Mangold, Brandon Moore, Damian Woody. Let's just start with the offense.
Start with the logo. What the hell is that?
Yeah, logo a little off there. But hey, the names are right on the left. So let's start with that.
Okay. I don't want to jump ahead. So yeah, it makes sense, I guess. I mean, if I were picking a team from the same time frame, I'd probably go Faneca over AVT.
Agreed. AVT didn't play enough to warrant being on this list.
Correct. It's and obviously I know what they're doing. They're just going by score. That's their deal. Their analytics.
Like if we're making our own, we would adjust that.
Correct. I'd go Faneca, and then was there another tight end that could replace Baker or no? I don't think so, right?
You want to put
probably not. I think everything else.
Austin Safari and Jenkins.
No, thanks, sir.
Can we play a Nunwa at tight end?
No, thanks, sir. And then Pennington, pretty much, he just had 2006. 2007 was a lost year for the whole team, and then
08 he wasn't even a Jet, so that's how you know it's just based on highest score.
Yeah, and then where's Brandon Marshall? I mean, do we not consider Brandon Marshall because he just had that one great season?
So that was my question. If we're gonna put Chad on here,
right?
Shouldn't Brandon Marshall be on here? Because Chad would only be 06, 07. Brandon Marshall would be only 15 and 16. So I'm not quite sure what the PFF scores were to justify that.
Right.
I as much as I love Contry and I love Coles, if we're just taking who's the best player when they were with the Jets,
Brandon
Marshall's 2015 was the best season a Jet receiver I believe has ever had.
Yes, I agree. Best/dominant. I'm going Faneca over AVT, and I'm going Marshall over. Shoot, that's tough. I don't want to ditch Cotchery, but will fans lose their mind if I take out Garrett? Coles.
Who would you put?
Marshall. I'm putting Marshall as one of the three. I just don't know who to take off.
Yeah.
Over Cole. Maybe Cole. Cole's had the Favre season. It wasn't crazy great tail end of his career. And then also consideration Thomas Jones. Is it a Breece? Ivory, I don't think I'd take Breece over Ivory. Obviously, this is just me picking the team. No grades, no analytics. And then Fitz. Do you go Fitz over Pennington? That's the other consideration.
Fitz was better in 2015 than Pennington in 06.
So there are a lot of potential substitutions on the offensive side.
Yeah,
I'll say that. The other four offensive linemen, they nailed. I mean, the grades match up with what I think people would choose.
Yeah, I mean, the first two on the five are so easy. It's Brick and Mangold.
Yeah.
Done.
You know what I would do? I would take out Baker and put T-Rich in.
He was a fullback, though.
That's okay. We'll go 21 personnel.
I'm fine with it. You know, I love love me some T-Rich.
Yeah, we'll go two backs.
It's interesting how so many of the offensive players are from the Rex era or before.
Yes. Yeah, it's wild, dude. Hey, listen, as much as I'm at odds with Tannenbaum, that dude with Mangini built the last Jets team. No bones about it. And he deserves all the credit in the world for that. And you see the names. Mangold, Brick. We'll get to the defense. Revis, Harris, Cotchery. I think Cotchery a Bradway pick. Might have been Bradway in 04, but Tannenbaum was still there. Tannenbaum was his financial lieutenant, Bradway's. So, hat tip, Mikey T.
To the defense now. Quinnen, Muhammad Wilkerson, Sione Puha. So it's D-line, nose tackle. Calvin Pace, Sheldon Richardson, the two edges. Linebackers, David Harris, C.J. Mosley. Corners, there's no argument, Revis and Sauce.
Yeah.
Slot corner, Brian Poole. I'd put Michael Carter in there over Brian Poole.
Probably.
Safety, Kerry Rhodes and Jamal Adams. I think Jamal is definitely on there. I probably would put Jim Leonard, though.
That's
over
what I was going to do. I'm biased towards Jim Leonard. I'm okay with you go Rhodes. I'd probably go Leonard just out of pure biases. Michael Carter, I think, had the most dominant slot seasons, two maybe for the Jets in this time frame. Gardner, Revis, people are going to say Cromartie, but no, those are correct. Revis and Gardner. Cromartie was solid, but couldn't touch either of those dominant seasons from those guys. And listen, Gardner, 2 dominant seasons still. That's a lot in the NFL.
You know what? I take it back. I didn't realize how many years Kerry actually played with the Jets. In my head, I wasn't thinking.
What did he play, 4?
He played
3 or 4.
05 to 09 with them. 5 with the Jets. I would put
5. Wow.
I'd leave Kerry Rhodes at safety. I didn't realize it was 5. I thought it was 3 in my head because Rex traded him. That's all I remember with Kerry, but he played.
Yeah. Did he make an All-Pro or was it just Pro Bowl?
Kerry Rhodes was
if he made an All-Pro, you can't put Leonard in.
Second team All-Pro.
Okay. You got to go Rhodes.
In 2006.
Have to go Rhodes. Have to. Quinnen, cool. Mo, I don't know. Sione Pua. I thought I would have bet anything. Pua was. Oh, I'm thinking of Ferguson. Never mind. Yeah, Pua was there because he replaced Chris Jenkins. Yeah, Pua definitely. Wilkerson, Quinnen, Calvin Pace. They have not had. I can't believe, but Sheldon Richardson at edge. Yeah, I missed that.
Shouldn't they
can't put Sheldon Richardson at edge?
Shouldn't they put? Honestly, is Will McDonald not there? It's kind of sad.
Maybe you can't.
Also,
go
wait a
Jason
second.
Taylor.
Wouldn't Sean Ellis be on this? Was he good enough to be? If we're talking 06 to.
Oh, I'm definitely putting Ellis in. Yeah, he was here through. Yeah, he was here through Rex. Ellis is definitely on the roster.
Sheldon should not be on here over Sean Ellis.
Yeah, dude. We could put Ellis played both outside and inside. He played.
That's what makes it tricky. He played all over the D-line.
Yeah, he played 3-4, so you could put him anywhere. I'd put him at edge. That's fine. Have a big edge there. Calvin Pace on the other side, who could potentially. They haven't had a lot of edges after Abraham. Brian Thomas. No, it's got to be Pace. I would assume, right?
Also, there's a name on here that's missing. If you want to just talk about dominance, Chris Jenkins, 2008, 2009, Chris Jenkins, before he unfortunately got hurt, and they got hurt again early in 2010, and he was kind of cooked after that. Chris Jenkins was an animal, man. If Tavondre Sweat is anywhere near Chris Jenkins, that's a major win for the Jets. I'd put Chris Jenkins in over Sione Puha, who I loved, or even play Chris Jenkins at DL instead of Muhammad.
Yeah, I would take Pua just for reliability purposes, but Jenkins was more dominant. And the other fan favorite call out, DeVito versus Mo. Mo was more dominant. DeVito was that team dude. So talk amongst yourselves on that. Quinnen, I'd kind of think of it as a 4-3. You got, it doesn't work because you'd only have one edge with Ellis. And if you keep Quinnen, Mo, and Pua, it just doesn't work. They're too big. But yeah, Calvin Pace, third linebacker. If you had to go third linebacker, stand up, second level, who would it be? You got Harris, you got Mosley, Bart Scott. Would it be Bart?
I mean, Bart Scott definitely has a case to be made. Yeah. By the way, I'm just reading the full rules for how they did this. Mm-hmm. Selections were based on normalized PFF grades adjusted by season to balance peak performance and longevity. Only a player's 5 best seasons with the franchise from 06 to 25 were considered. Any season with an overall PFF grade below 60 was excluded, ensuring that the strong years helped the player's case, while weaker seasons were not held against them. Postseason play was included, though all seasons were capped at a 16-game equivalent to maintain consistency across eras. At each position, the player with the highest score under this methodology earned the spot.
Okay. And I wonder if they can get away with Sheldon at edge because he played both inside and outside. I can't remember. Like the week 17 in Buffalo, Bowles had so many interior guys. He was messing with Sheldon standing up. And I remember one run that Rex's Bills just killed it on him because Sheldon was just out of position. He wasn't used to. He should never be standing up as an outside linebacker. But 3-point stance edge, fine. Yeah, it's pretty. You can go a couple of different directions, but I think it's solid overall.
Here's the question: how many games does this team win
over the same time frame with
Let's
other
say
teams?
this year? This year, this is the 2026 Jets.
They'd win significant number of games. I mean, there's a lot of talent here. They'd be an elite team. But that's 2 decades worth of talent. So we'll keep it into perspective.
I'm surprised the chat is so negative. I'm seeing if AJ's the coach who wins 7 or 8, Danis is 10, maybe 11. This is a 13 or 14 win team easily.
Oh, for sure.
People. I'm shocked at the negativity. This is a 14+ win team. Are you kidding me? You're getting these guys at their peak. You're getting prime Revis and you're getting Sauce with All-Pro Quinnen, Pro Bowl Wilkerson, Pro Bowl level players in Pace and Sheldon Richardson, Pro Bowl level player in David Harris, All-Pro CJ Mosley. That's just the defense. The offensive line, you have multiple Hall of Fame level players on it.
It's the best.
You're only weak at tight end. That's the spot they're the weakest.
Yeah, it's the best roster. And with that line, it's even more reason to put a fullback in there.
By the way, if we're doing this 06 to 2025, I get to pick my coach. I get Rex Ryan.
You got to take Rex. Who would be your GM? And it doesn't have to necessarily be a GM. But who would be your talent personnel guy at GM?
I'm going to do the Jet fan, wish for so many years. Eric Mangini.
I was leaving.
The man genius.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the question. Yeah.
Good question. Hold on real quick. Yeah. Barbarossa, who's the kicker and the punter? Nick Falk is the kicker.
Yes.
Who's the punter? Now, again, it's only 06 to 05 or 2025. I might take Austin McNamara. That's how good he was.
Yeah, I'd probably take McNamara too, but the one you want to take is Weatherford because you remember the shake weights from Hard Knocks. So I understand if people go Weatherford.
Steve Weatherford would be a good choice too.
Yeah.
Definitely not Braden Mann.
No, not Braden Mann. But yeah, they would, dude, if this team was playing this year, they'd be dominant. Now, match this team against other franchises over 20 years, there's the real conversation.
It's probably a bottom 10 team.
Maybe they're better though, because if you think about it, it's not about, yes.
Well, you know what it would come down to? Because all these teams would be super talented. It would come down to who your coach is.
Right. And here, if you're filling out a full 53-man roster, I think they'd be a bad team. But just the starters, you don't lose much not having talent across 20 years. You could just take that first dominant roster pretty much and still contend. So that would be interesting.
We don't have the firepower at quarterback that some of these other franchises would be able to get.
Yeah. And here's the other key. Are we playing the game in the
what era are we playing in? Can we ground and pound?
Yeah. Is it pre-2012 or is it today? That's a big difference too.
Well, think about it too. We could get a backfield of Brees, Thomas Jones, and Chris Ivory.
Yes. And you'd want to, if it's pre-2012, I mean, geez, they're loaded. The line is ridiculous. Call Bill Callahan, have him come back. We're good. We're ready to roll. Who's the OC? Who's the OC in DC?
I think the OC is Shoddy.
Yeah, it's good.
Shoddy's the OC, Westhoff. It just speaks volumes on why the Jets have sucked. If we're putting together the coaching staff, the head coach is Rex, the special teams coordinator. Banjo's great, but you're still taking Westhoff for longevity purposes.
Taking Westhoff. Yeah.
And you're obviously taking, Rex is going to call the defense. I probably will take, his DC is probably going to be Penton or Bob Sutton.
Yeah, one of the two.
Our D-line coach could be Dunbar. Our O-line coach could be Bill Callahan.
Yep.
Secondary coach could be Tony Oden.
Running backs coach, Anthony Lynn.
Yep. Anthony Lynn for sure.
That coaching staff was loaded. People realize, Jets fans realize, but not to the degree how loaded it actually was, that Rex coaching staff. I mean, Bill Callahan as your O-line coach, it's just beyond blessing. Beyond a blessing. Unbelievable.
Man, this is a fun game. This is great July content.
No, it's slim pickings right now. Shoot. It is. Dude, I could talk history. Not just Jets history, NFL history anytime.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Omari Brown is in the raffle for 2. Great to see Omari over the weekend. He says Gino needs an O-line and a chauffeur the minute he's back in Jersey. Great stuff, fellas. Let's go. I agree. Robbie, would you like to be Gino's chauffeur if he called you?
Yeah, but I gotta buy the correct hat to pull it off. Kick returner. Would you take Leon or Brad as kick returner?
I think I would take Leon Washington.
And did Brad Smith punt returned, right?
Brad Smith did more kick returning than punt returning. Remember,
definitely
Jim
did more, but was he ever in the mix? I know Rex went with the safe guy like Parcells did, so Jim Leonard returned punts a lot just to.
Yeah, he definitely had some opportunities as well.
Okay, so then I'd force feed it. Leon as the kick returner, Brad Smith as the punt returner.
Joe McKnight was in the conversation too for kick
returning.
Yeah,
dude, their kick. Justin Miller before that, Chad Morton before that. They had kick returners galore.
Andre Roberts.
Yeah, Andre Roberts
during the dark times. He made the Pro Bowl.
They probably had the best long running set of kick returners over 12, 15 years.
The Jets have had very good special teams in their history for a franchise that has been as stake bitten as they have.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, special teams has declined in value over the last 15 years.
The rules make it not as important, unfortunately.
Yeah. But when it was important, man, it won a lot of games for the Jets. It really did.
Barbarossa, so we don't want Xavier Gibson returning punts. If it's week 1 in 2023.
No. I mean, I loved Gibson, but that was a tough way to go out.
If we did the reverse of this, the Wout all PFF team.
Oh no.
Who's the quarterback? Is it Wilson? Is it Fields?
That's tough.
Kellen Clemens?
Based on, expectations, it would be Wilson. But I think based on actual play, it would be Fields. Now, Fields gives you the dimension with the legs, but he just never showed it as a Jet. You can't go wrong with either one. I'll go Fields, but can't go wrong with either one. Running back. Damn. Who would it be at running back? Don't give me LT. LT was solid.
No, and he split with Green that year anyway.
Yeah, don't give me. Oh, we should mention Sean Green a little bit too.
I could tell you who the right tackle would be. It's probably Matt Forte if you're picking. Yep.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, you can't just pick a random player. They got to be like the penciled in starter for a year or multiple years.
Yeah, Matt Forte, Becton. You're gonna say
the right tackle is Wayne Hunter.
Yes. Wayne Hunter. Becton, that was unfair of me. Becton had a pretty decent first season. I don't think you put Becton there.
Yeah,
he just didn't fulfill first round status. Wayne Hunter, the center, Khalil.
Matt Khalil's the center.
Yep. There's plenty of linemen to pick from. Shout out to Brian Winters. He deserves notable filling in for Vlad Dukas. It has a spot.
Did he ever start though? He was just so bad. I don't think they ever let him start.
Who, Vlad?
Yeah.
I think there was a moment.
I know who's the running back, by the way. It's Frank Gore.
Oh,
40-year-old Frank Gore.
Yeah, Gore gets it over Forte. I love Gore, but yeah, Gore gets it. And at tight end, Uzama, maybe.
Yeah, he did nothing.
Yeah.
Denzel Mims, a wide receiver.
Oh, shoo-in. Stephen Hill at the other side.
Oh,
Devin
so
Smith
bad.
In the slot.
Good one from Yo Holmes, Dalvin Cook.
Yes.
He split with Breeze coming off the injury that year, but Dalvin Cook was washed.
That's a good one.
Jason Mara, tight end, excellent.
Jason, yep, very good. Very good.
Oh, you know what? Le'Veon Bell's a good choice too.
Yeah, Le'Veon is a great.
Given expectations, the money he was paid, I might go with him.
This training camp battle for Wout at running back is loaded.
This is stacked competition.
Yeah, it really is.
PBM, what about Mims? Welcome to 2 minutes ago, Mike.
Defense would be tougher.
Oh, Darren Lee at linebacker. Good pull by Barbarossa, the murderer.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Darren Lee got it. Chat, help us out. Defensive is tougher because their defense has been miles better than the offense in the last 20 years. But
Elijah Moore in the slot.
Dwayne Robertson predates this. Can't go Dwayne Robertson, I don't think.
He predates 06.
Yeah.
D. Milner.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Vernon Golston's at edge.
Yes. Vernon Golston's at edge. Good call.
Tremaine Johnson is one of our corners, 1,000%.
It's one of the corners for sure.
Who's the corner that just quit? He just went AWOL. Dimitri Patterson, was that him?
I don't remember.
Dylan Donahue and
Calvin Baldwin. Pryor at safety.
What was his nickname? The hit stick or the hitman? The Louisville Slugger, because he played at Louisville.
Yes, he's got a safety spot. I don't know who the other safety would be, but Copels. Yeah, he never. Rex got drunk on those interior D line, and I got the same kind of defensive mind as Rex, so I get it. I always want to start in the middle, but he got drunk. Wilkerson, Richardson, Copels, he just lost his damn mind.
It's a fun game. It's kind of sad though how easy it is to think about.
Defense was a little easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, well, just to come up with crap players, how easy it is.
Yeah,
like MTP nailed it with this comment. Notice how much easier it is to put together a trash roster. LOL.
Yeah. It's
wow, we didn't even say Mike Clemens or Kyle Wilson. Oh, nothing was worse than Kyle Wilson with his back turned on every play. Nobody turned their back more in corner coverage than Kyle Wilson. Oh, he was the worst.
That was the first sign that things were going south in terms of personnel decisions. And worse than having his back turned and no vision, your eyes are the most important thing in terms of coverage in football. Where are your eyes? How disciplined are you with your eyes? He could just never feel the play. It's about feel. Yes, it's technique, remain attached, hand on hip, get that contact without drawing the flag, but you have to get your eyes right, and he just never could. And the worst part about it was when you go back and watch Hard Knocks, man, he was getting talked up like he was the second coming, like he was Charles Woodson. It was too much. It was a little much.
Alan Lazard.
Lazard probably doesn't make it, but the competition is stiff. We'll say that.
Dude, it's so bad. So how many games is that team winning? 0? 1?
Negative 0.075. I don't know. It's just insert ridiculous funny number.
Good God. We'll do some calls coming up. Get in on the show if you want to be a part of it. We started early today because I'm on the radio Monday through Thursday this week and next week from 1 to 3. So we're going live every day in the 9 a.m. hour, Monday through Thursday. Big shout out to Matt, who after sending in a super chat earlier became a channel member himself. So he's in the raffle for another entry here. Also want to hit this one from Brandon, who says, add Glenn as head coach with his superpowers. And they go 17-0.
Play call is my superpower, really.
Aaron Glenn could take over the all PFF Jets team and lead them to 17-0, Robbie. Believe it.
Yeah, I know I'm a sick bastard, but I'm really intrigued to see how Glenn puts this defense together. The current one. It's intriguing to me because they have obvious weaknesses. And the one thing is I think these outside corners might be better in zone or match, and Glenn loves man. So I don't know how he's going to handle that. That's going to be really interesting to me.
Cashmere Black. Some analysts have us as a potential surprise team. I mean, there's a lot of analysts out there. You could find them.
Yeah. It's every year it's going to be that deal, and it's football. Anything could happen. Get off to a hot start, get those good get the good mojo going. Sure. Miles difference in terms of quarterback. play. It's that right there. Miles difference in terms of, and I'm not trying to crap on Engstrand, but experience at offensive coordinator, architect. So right there, that's a big. And look, everyone always talks about it. You need an offensive coach, defensive coach, blah, blah, blah. You could win no matter what you are as a head coach, whatever your specialty is, as long as you understand what the modern game is about. And what drives the bus is offensive efficiency. So I don't care if you're a special teams coach. If you understand that and build your game plans and have your philosophy in that regard, you could win. And I think that's the key for Glenn. Understanding that, coming to grips with that, and putting it into action. That'll be the key.
I feel like it's one of those things where the roster, again, is good enough to properly evaluate what he is as a coach. If you want to throw away year one, well, he's getting the chance to throw away year one, whether people agree with it or not. How does he now look?
Yeah.
To your calls we go. But first, hold on. Kashmir Super Chat cuts the line. Thank you, Kashmir. What is our strength? Is it the offensive line? That's a good question. What's the Jets' strength?
It
should be the O-line.
It should be the O-line. It has to be. If they're going to win games, it has to be. But there's going to be a learning curve. It's a very different philosophy and strategy this year as opposed to last year. The blocking schemes are vastly different. So it might take a little while to get going. But talent-wise, on the depth chart, yeah, I would agree. Offensive line.
Should be tight end by the end of the year, too.
Should be. Yeah, it should be tight end. Receiver could be okay. But, you know, those secondary, even Garrett, but the secondary options, Brees, AD, Cooper, Mason, Sadiq, it's going to come down to how efficient the offense is. If the offense is crap, all those plans fall apart. If the offense is efficient and pretty solid, then, you know, we could see what happens. We could see who emerges. That they're largely dependent on that. That's where it starts.
I'm laughing at this comment here from That Ship Sailed. From the Knicks to the World Cup, back to this shit. Welcome back. As many of my viewers are returning with football season upon us, camps opening up in under 2 weeks. It's all happening.
So you're saying you didn't enjoy the home run derby? Is that what you're saying? It didn't catch your fancy? Jordan Walker. Jesus. I'm in a dynasty baseball league, Jake, fantasy. I had Jordan Walker stashed in my minors for years. Finally gave up on him. I didn't keep him this past year. My dad picks him up and he goes nuts. He will be enemy number one for me in baseball for as long as I live. That dude. Unbelievable.
I like that you're in a league with your dad. That's awesome.
Oh, he was playing in fantasy football in the early 90s, late 80s, when it was just everything was printed out. There were no points per yards. It was just touchdowns pretty much. And primetime. If you didn't catch ESPN NFL primetime, you were screwed. You didn't know if you won or not until the next day at work. So yeah, I was bred as one of those dudes. I'd say, I guess you could say.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want in, now is the time. Plus, how many do we have right now? 1, 3, 5, 8, 9. We're at 9. We need 20. I'm going to get the membership right now. If you get it for me, we'll put you in the raffle. Then we'll be 10 away from spinning the wheel at the end of this show. Ladies and gentlemen, one gifted membership from yours truly is up for grabs right now. Go Jets! Snoopy 4951 has received a gifted membership. Congratulations to Snoopy. Let's get to your calls now. First up today is this man.
Ricky, New York is my name. Florida State is my game. My internet sucks, call him Jake. When it's time to smoke and debate. The New York Jets are gonna win. My team since I was a kid. My New York Jets are gonna win. I'm Richie, New York. Don't forget that. Florida State bitches. New York Jets. We got this shit. It's time to win, baby. Win. Can't wait.
Ricky,
where were you this weekend, man?
I could not make it. I wish that I could. It looks like everybody had a great time, and I wish I could have been there. But unfortunately, things did not line up to where I could make it. And I missed you in Tampa too. Somehow, Robbie, I met so many people at the Tampa meetup, but somehow I did not manage to link up with you when you were.
I was there. I mean, I was at Tampa for pretty much a good chunk of it too. I met a lot of people. Yeah, man, Ricky. Damn, we'll make it happen.
At any rate, wow, man. The list of players that you guys just came up with is wow.
We're sick.
Masochism is fun.
Say, I much prefer the good player list out of those to the bad player one. Man, that was like, and like there's like so many names that came to mind. Like I'm sitting there and going, God, like we had the Matthew Hatchett that one time as a receiver. Like oh man, there were just some.
Someone said Ardarius Stewart. That was a good call out.
Oh
yeah, and Chad Hansen in the same draft.
Those two were the hype was real with those two mid-rounders.
Oh boy, yeah, those were not fun days to relive some of those.
Yeah,
but hey, you know what? I'm much more satisfied with our most recent draft and looking forward to this year and getting this year underway. You know what? 2 weeks from today, Veterans Report, like it's almost time for football again. I can't wait to get this thing rolling.
Agreed. It's it's fascinating to me. I want to see how Glenn puts this thing together, and any tweaks he makes in terms of his mindset compared to last year. It's so critical. We'll see what happens.
Let me ask your opinion. I think that probably, I mean, we've obviously talked about like Carl Dunbar and, Banjo, I think is a coach that a lot of us can trust in. But, dude, I think that Ben Bowling getting added to this coaching staff was really under the, kind of underrated, under the radar, and is going to really kind of help us and pay off.
I don't really, honestly, I don't know much about him. I don't even know, where did he come from? Bowling.
Houston.
That's right. He was Houston. I don't know. We'll see. I would never, pretend to know much about a coach or a player if I don't know. I don't. It's too mysterious for me right now with Bowling. Hopefully you're right.
I hope so. I mean, kind of like digging in and trying to do a little bit of research, and that Texans defense was so good last year. Yeah. And I just remember, like, as New England kind of coasted their way to the postseason, and then they got there, and man, their offensive line got really, really exposed, especially by the Texans. And if it wasn't for C.J. Stroud, they don't continue that run. Like, gosh, that was so bad.
And they did it the old school way, which put a smile on my face. They did it with defense, like true. Now, listen, their opponents, who was it? Who they beat? Pitt. And then they almost beat New England. They weren't exactly explosive, their opponents, but still, they did it the old school way, and you loved it. I was rooting for them to get there, to make a run, because I would love to see that type get back into the deep playoff realm. And guys like Bowling, to your point, guys like Bowling and Seth Ryan, if you can promote guys from other places, they could be shrewd moves. That's huge. That could really be a huge factor coming into this year.
Yeah, I think so too. And the other thing that I'm really encouraged by is, us adding like Osai and Eningbari and guys like that are at least solid, experienced players. And like now, when we rotate personnel, we don't have to see like a Michael Clements penalty or, McGregor or Watts or guys that should be like practice squad type guys. Like the drop off won't be so drastic that we go from, okay, good solid starters to like, oh shit, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, so I think that's going to really help pay off too. And make us more consistent throughout games and keep us in some games.
What I love is they rid themselves of tweeners. Like Michael Clemens, he doesn't really have a position. To me, he might be not a perfect, but just more suited as a 3-4 D end, which is an interior guy. The position Onyemata is going to play, even though Onyemata is a lot bigger. With Enigbare, Osai, even Bailey and McDonald, with their question marks in balanced situations, they're not tweeners. They're all edges. They're all perfect, not perfect. They're all suited in terms of prototypical edge types. So I think that's going to be a refreshing thing.
Yeah, I mean, and I like, on David Amanyata and dude having Sweat there. Like, I think teams are going to have a lot of trouble running on us. I think we're going to be really stout against the run. And that's an area where we struggled so much over recent years. Like, it'll be nice to force teams to have to pass and to get to the end of games. And, they're not just constantly handing the ball off because we can't stop the run. Like, I think those days are over. And so I'm looking forward to that too.
That's where it starts, Ricky, my man. And I'll say this. I'm confident they'll be able to stop the straightforward non-junk in between the tackles runs. It's the east-west off the edge misdirection type runs that I think they may have to contend with because they're so big in the middle. React, attack. They're gonna that gap control is gonna be there in between the tackles. It's when offenses try to get them going east-west. That's the question. Can they stop that?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think they're going to be much improved in that area. And dude, I just want to see some competitive football. I mean, I've been very positive. I've been a big Glenn supporter this whole time. However, like I'm not predicting playoffs or anything, but I do think we're going to be much improved, and I think we're going to at least be playing meaningful games. 2/3 of the way through the season. Like I think we're still going to be that in the conversation team. And I like being part of the conversation.
Hopefully, I just want to see good football. It's just so much more enjoyable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
That is like they just awkward silence.
Nah, I think me and Ricky could hang out and what's that Pulp Fiction line?
You play blackjack, Ricky?
You found someone special when you could just shut the F up and sit in silence. I think that's me and Ricky.
It could be. Not a big blackjack player. Good.
You don't want to play with Robby.
Right? Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind then. I'd much rather play poker, but man.
So
by the way, I saw you pop in the other day, Jake, and like every time I went to try to, you were gone before I could get to you. But dude, thank you for always supporting me, and hell, I wouldn't be doing any of what I'm doing without you. So
yeah, man. Hey, Ricky, how's it going? The independent ventures.
It's going well. It's going well. Still continuing to grow even during the slower time, and yeah, man, it's been great. Like, how could it not be great with the community that we have?
Yeah. Other than Yo Holmes, that son of a bitch. It's pretty good.
Well, you know what? He's like the negativity to my positivity. He's like the yin to my yang. So.
Oh, really? You don't get along with him either? I'm just trying to start him up right now. That's all I'm trying to do.
No, I you know what? I actually do get along with him, but we don't agree on anything, like ever, usually. But you know what? Different opinions are great. It's good to have a different perspective, and like sometimes even somebody really negative can say something, and it'll make me go back and look at tape, and maybe I noticed something I didn't see before. So
Oh, cut the crap. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm waiting for his comment right now. Come on, Yo Holmes.
Right on.
Ricky,
Well,
are you coming to Nashville?
No, I'm not coming to Nashville. There's been a lot going on down here with me, so I don't know. Originally, I had planned to try to go to LA, but now I've kind of had to rethink that. But I'll tell you what, I'm put in a couple of raffle entries with Boy Green, and I'm going to try to raffle my way up to the Cleveland game, because Chef Kevin Gilbert, the day before that, they're doing a restaurant takeover, and Chef Kevin Gilbert is going to unveil the Ricky New York Live burger on his menu for that. So
Does it get you high when you consume it?
man, it's got a lot of bacon on it, so it might be the
Whoa.
next best thing, because man,
I
love
missed
bacon.
I missed the convo. I just heard, does it get you high when you consume it? What are you talking about?
The Ricky New York Live burger that Chef Kevin is unveiling. So
You put a little extra something in there? A little something? What is that?
you don't need any extra. With all the bacon that's on that thing, you don't need any extra. Bacon is a drug all in itself. I love bacon, dude.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
But dude, thanks for taking my call, guys, man. Good to see you as always, and I can't wait to get this year underway and Coach Glenn to redeem himself. So I cannot wait for the day that we eventually have our first Jets playoff game of the YouTube Jets content era. It is going to be a friggin' epic party.
That's a way to put it, huh? It's so true.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Looking forward to it. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, man.
Later, Ricky.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Ricky's not letting go.
Man, that's a way to put it. First playoff game in the Jets content era. And it's true. I mean, YouTube was around in 2006, 2005? But so the social media content movement really didn't get started till like 2010, 2011, around there. So,
but with team-specific channels and creators, that wasn't a thing until maybe like 8 years ago, the earliest, 8 to 10 years ago for people.
Mm-hmm. Facebook really, when Facebook introduced pages, companies could go hog wild and coop traffic to their website in a big, big way. And I feel like YouTube kind of followed in terms of building it out. Yeah, it's wild.
Nick Shine earlier. Good morning to you two fine, distinguished gentlemen. Good morning, Nicholas.
Shine.
Banks.
Shine's taller than I thought too. That dude's a giant.
And he's skinny. He's very skinny.
Yeah, he's in shape, man.
Ant Banks, thank you. I got you down in the raffle. You're in for one. Chef Kevin, speak of the devil. Finally back at work, and I'm happy to see J.A., Robby, and Ricky New York all on the screen talking ball. Had a blast with you guys at the party and blackjack table. Let's go, Jets.
Chef of the future.
There's Chef Kevin at the end there. In the bucket hat.
Kev's one of the best. He's got one of the great laughs. So, when a clown like me is around him, you can't help but just try to get him going. It's just natural. He's a perfect audience.
Chup for Club. Look at this. What a name. Chup for Club in the raffle for one. Don't let go, Chup.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Do not let go. Thank you very much. Chup for Club. Your gifted membership went to Boss Luke. We appreciate you. I got to read you the string of comments here.
Okay.
So Rick Kent and Thunderlips are interacting in the chat. Rick Kent wrote, Thunderlips, everything that can be up is up. Hope all is well with you. To which Thunderlips replied, LOL, hell yeah, Rick. I take meds for that.
Yeah. There are different strategies in the bedroom, and he's got an ironclad one. It appears.
There's nothing wrong with a little performance enhancer, man.
Nah, especially in your home arena. It's trickier on the road because the timing and whatnot. I assume.
Interesting question from Thunderlips. Jake, did you guys hang out with the Jet Flight Crew chicks or whatever? They look like lovely ladies. Robby, I know you did. How was that?
I did. Somehow the ladies magically disappeared when I showed up. All I saw, I was greeted by Rich, Samini, and O'Leary when I walked in. So either that's AI or they caught a glimpse of me walking in, strolling in. One or the other.
You saw me with all the things I had Wayne Corbett signed for the people.
Jeez. Again with the old logo. What are we doing here?
You could blame ChatGPT, but this is from Jake West, who sent me this on the Discord.
Jake West, my dude.
Wayne Corbett signed football up for grabs at the end of this show if we get 20 entries. And I haven't counted. We're close. We have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 11, 13, 14. We are 6 away from spinning the wheel of Jake. Oh my God. Thunderlips.
What happened?
I'm not reading his comment, but just
I scrolling up.
If you're watching live, read his comment because it's about to go away.
Calm your freaky down.
Yeah, that's
Come on, man.
Speaking of ChatGPT, that's graphic.
He's married with kids.
It's like, he didn't use a bad word at all, but the combination of words just equals a travesty. You know what I mean? It's just a perfect combo. It's like he's like Al Bundy in the chat.
That was insane. All right, I'll do one more call with you, Robbie, and then we'll let you run, and I'll wrap up our show because I got to get to ESPN for a 1 o'clock radio show. Ladies and gentlemen.
You like ESPN more than us? I see.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Hit it.
Tweet. String in the cheese. Whoa.
Beast had one of those Ricky burgers. Beast, where were you, man? Where were you this weekend?
I can't see you, Beast. Can you put a light on?
Was there pay-per-view?
Can't see you. I don't even know if you're there.
Was it SummerSlam? No, that's August.
Wrong, smart ass. SummerSlam's in August.
Yes. What's the July pay-per-view these days?
If World Championship Wrestling was still around, the Great American Bash. As a matter of fact, what do I have here from the very, very first 1990 pay-per-view? Sting taking on
cartoon Sting. I see.
Not cartoon Sting.
That's cartoon Sting. Beast.
Also Sting when he especially went, ow!
That's cartoon Sting. Come on, you got to take Black Crow Sting all the time.
You want Black Crow Sting? You ain't.
I do.
And he was a gold mine. Why? Because Sting was these words. You're a dead man. Crow Sting was very scary. Sure, he was in black and white, but I love this kind of Sting. This Sting right here. This was my Sting right here. He did the things that nobody else had the nuts enough to do. Who did he take on? Let's see. The likes of Nikita Koloff, Big Van Vader, Ron Simmons, simply ravishing Rick Rude. He even took on Double A and the Man.
Rude. When was Rude in WCW? Before
Rick Rude came in October 27th, 1991 for Halloween Havoc. That one was in Tennessee. Good old Tennessee. Cowboy, land of 10,000 pickup trucks, country music, line dancing, and all sorts of crazy things that Tennessee would love to do. But unfortunately, there's a lot of things that in life we got to look forward to for the future. We are approaching 5.5 weeks for preseason football. It's coming closer and closer and closer as time heals up. The heat is on. The fire is already coming. and we're getting ready to start throwing the first football. Tampa Bay is the first opponent we're going after. Then we got Pittsburgh. Oh, I'd love to see a fight between Rodgers and our new quarterback that we got. But we'll have to wait. And then we get the G-Men. That's going to be a nice little put on the boxing gloves, throw a few fights, a few punches. Is they going to swipe us? Nah, we're not going to swipe.
You realize these are preseason games and they don't count, right?
We understand that.
Okay.
Dude's cutting a promo. Keep going, Beast.
We understand that. Time heals the wounds. We're going to heal the wounds. Right. You know what? And I said these words just like Keanu Reeves said from The Replacement. Glory lasts forever. But diamonds, they're a gem for life. But we're going to heal the wounds as we go on. 3-14 is yesterday's news. Put up or shut up. Win or go home.
Well, there you have it.
As FTR once said, top guys, as we all say, top
FTR.
guys. Yeah.
You're quoting the president?
FTR. That's an AEW. As they all say. As top guys once said, top guys out.
I concur.
You done there, Beast?
Beast. I need next time. I need a cream of the crop Macho Man type promo. I need you to cut one of those.
You want something with a little spice, because you mean
I need a prop.
Remember the cream of the crop when we rise to the top, just one. And I got something that you may like to see because I have it sitting right here in the roster of Tear. Welcome to
Slim Jim.
Expired 1987.
B, show us how a manly man eats a Slim Jim. Let's see it.
Step to a Slim Jim. Tear the spice, that baby juicy taste. New excitement. Step to a Slim Jim.
Give us your best. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dig it. Slim Jim, get it on top. Do it now.
Hey, Brandon wants to know if you acknowledge Roman Reigns. I guess that means he does not.
For someone who can't wrestle his way out of a wet paper bag.
Whoa, I heard he's like, dude.
I'll take Ricky Steamboat over Roman Reigns. At least
Beast.
Ricky Steamboat can have some brains. At least he
I
can
heard
do this and chop and then just go and
I heard he's a better technical wrestler than Bret Hart.
Major Punich wrote, "Hi, Beast."
And what did Randy Savage do to Ricky Steamboat in '86 when he came up the top? He was holding his. Ricky Steamboat was holding his esophagus with his tongue hanging out on WWF Superstars. And why? Because Savage crushed his esophagus right here. Part of his esophagus. He couldn't breathe. It had to take not just 8, but 9 different people to get Steamboat the hell out of there because Steamboat was holding this and his tongue was like. Watch the footage. Watch the footage. And what did Bruno Sammartino do to Savage? He's like, "You miserable punk." And what did Sammartino do? As old as Sammartino was, he shoved Savage on his ass. Don't mess with Bruno Sammartino. Or not even David Sammartino. Yo, about the booty BTB. Now, let's go to another caller. I'm gonna enjoy the old-fashioned.
Give us another bite of the Slim Jim.
Yeah. And
I heard
Read the expiration
date.
date.
Well, step into it. Step into a Slim Jim. Tear the spice, that baby juicy taste.
We covered a lot of ground today, Robbie.
I'm waiting for that legendary promo from Beast. Just where he goes off. The one he'll be remembered for.
Imagine how famous Beast will be if the Jets are ever good. The amount of people that would be discovering
Oh.
my channel that would be indoctrinated into the world of Beast.
Oh, dude, he can. Promoters could do a lot with that. Let's just say. Let's just put it that way.
Mr. Sabo, you enjoy the rest of your day, and pretty soon we'll be moving your spot to the afternoons in training camp so we can get your practice recaps.
Oh, baby. That should be nice. That should be nice. All right. Love you all. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Robby Sabo with us in his weekly spot on the program.
It's time for Robby Sabo. Not Ricky Dicky top of the dingo. He's a rubby dubby dabo. The silver fox, he got hair like a wingo. That's the rubby dubby doobie Sabo. He got jet points up his freaking wazingo. Let's hear from Robby Sabo.
Good stuff from Robbie. Check back if you missed any of the content. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make an exciting announcement. We are officially having a raffle. Why? Because the Asmaniac community came through. Let's start with Mike Duramo. Mike, who was at our awesome event in AC over the weekend. He is in for one. Thank you, Mike. Ozzy in for one as well. Let's go.
Play call is my superpower, really.
Both you guys each with one entry. Rick Kent with a super chat saying Thunderlips is wild. If you didn't see Thunderlips' comment, it was a wild one. He also wrote in, only took 17 months for you to put me in timeout. Indeed, Thunderlips. Indeed. Indeed. Al Gonzalez is in the raffle for two. He writes in this super chat.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Prediction. Klubnik shines this year after Gino goes down. Jets don't need the drafted QB. Next year, make a book on it. I find that entirely insane. But again, I hope you're right and I'm wrong. That'd be pretty wild, though. I don't see that happening. But again, I hope you're right. I just think this is kind of crazy. The Poon Man, who's had some super chats we read, now has 5 entries in the raffle. Yeah, that's right. If you hear your name called, Major Poonage made you a channel member. Hurricane, Matty Jets, Lato TRT, Brendan Beachman, Spider-Ben. We feel like we're missing one. That's only 4, but it only told me 4. So someone out there got a membership whose name YouTube's not showing me. Shout out to Anthony Logerato in the house. What's up, Anthony? He's in for 5.
Let's go.
Anthony in for 5. If you hear your name, you thank Anthony. Justin Mater, Detology, Mr. Swag, Mick Muffick, Brandon McNeely, John Christopher, all receiving a gifted membership. Matt, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. We got all your entries accounted for. The Poon Man, Major Poonage, with a question for Beast saying, Beast, have you ever been put in the figure 4 leg lock? Beast, have you ever been in this position?
I was just watching a little Dusty Rhodes talking about hard times. See, hard times, Daddy. You might not think, but we may be getting old. Hard times is when you don't put food on the table. Hard times is
Answer the question.
Getting up every day. At least I've been there.
Answer the question.
At least this old daddy.
Answer the question.
Been there, done that, Daddy.
Why are you taking your shirt off?
Because I'm a pimp. And like these pimps says, hey, like a pimp says to hoes. Come.
So have you ever been put in a figure 4 leg lock?
Been there, done that. Oh, shit. You son of a bitch. I just got a little gas.
You know, Beast, if you led with that, it would have saved us a lot of time. All right, I'm counting all the raffle names here. This was a lot of fun. We've gone for 90 minutes. I got 2 more hours coming up. I won today, so tune into that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want in, last call to enter the Asmaniac raffle. Last chance. We have a Wayne Corbett signed football up for grabs. Does it get better than that? Does it? The man who spent his entire day with us on Saturday. That Wayne Corbett. The man, the myth, the legend. Mr. Third Down. So if you want in, gift a membership, send in a Zelle, Venmo. That qualifies. Reminder, if you're coming to the Dolphins game, we had a bunch of tickets that were purchased yesterday. Shout out to the Lup Man. Shout out to Ralphie Rocks. Let me get my updated list here. We had 70 tickets that were available for Jets Dolphins, October 25th. You can pay me via Zelle, Venmo, PayPal. It's all there on the Party Full link if you're a Patreon member. It's first come, first serve for the Patreon folks. Then we'll open it up to everyone left over. Shout out to Ralphie, Luppy, Corey, Anthony Logerato, John, Cisco, Rick Kent, Mike Taramo, Jet Set Go, Big Fella, among the Asmaniacs who have locked in their spots for the meetup on October 25th. $150. We're going to have a big tailgate beforehand. We're going to have a huge meetup at the game. Watch the game in section 146, lower level, corner of the end zone. Go on the field afterwards for a post-game photo. Your ticket to my event includes a post-game field pass, which is pretty cool. So if you've never been, there's no better time than right now. All right. I'm going to finalize these names. What I'm going to do, though, in the meantime, is I'm going to play you a clip from last year's MetLife meetup for Jets Panthers.
Asmaniacs are at MetLife to root for our Jets. Jake Asman and Shine are your hosts. We may never win a game this year, but we can party hard with our Asmaniac brothers and sisters. Hey! It's Big Joe steals the show. He's a celebrity they all want to meet. His back is crap, but we got him a chair. Somebody needs to carry his ass into the stadium. We all love Mr. Bonesy. He's the champion who thinks he can kick this ball. And there's that legend Rick Kent, travels 3,000 miles to watch the Jets lose games. We also have Jay Quest and the great Kyle Clifton. Today Kyle is outside, not inside, but can carry 17 beers all by himself. The 4%ers showing up to win our hearts. These girls make all the Asmaniacs smile. And there's Dre Day who gets the party smoking. No, I mean literally smoking, cause he brings the kush. Hey, there's Mark Ferrero meeting all the Asmaniac legends. Is that Thunder Lips? That's a dope friggin' mustache. Holy shit, there's Papa Jet rocking his kick-ass beard. Nate brings the party volume up to 11. Basically because he had 11 drinks so far. Snowball is the best, and he loves our Jets. And then there's Lumpy, not Lumpy, as Bobby Midnight calls him. We can't party without Lumpy. Is that a paper bag on PBM's head, man? Jake Asman and Shine really know how to make us forget about how shitty the Jets are. Let's make MetLife rock with Asmaniac Green and pretend they are a good team for maybe a quarter. Asmaniacs roll!
Be there or be square. Join the Patreon if you want priority access to get your tickets to this year's meetup. All right. We are counting all the names here. We got 34 names by my count. on the Wheel of Champions. You guys are great. We only needed 20 if we were going to spin the wheel at the end of this show, because I'm only planning on doing one show today, but that's subject to change. There's breaking news, or I feel like we need another show later, check that Discord and we might go live. You never know. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, it is time to bring on the master of raffle ceremony, because we have ourselves a Wheel of Champions that needs to be spun.
Hey, welcome aboard the ship. It's control center time, baby. We ready for the wheel. Girls, wheel time. We're going to take it Bad Street USA style. We're going to get a winner, aren't we? Yes, we are. We are going to get ready. Count it down with me at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and spin.
Thanks, Lord Ass. It's time for that daily Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wheel of Champions. Nice job by Beast Blubber there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you win to claim your prize, you have to email me asmanjake@gmail.com. Your name and address so we know where to send your signed Crabette item to. Good luck to everyone who entered. But today's winner is Major Poonage. We call him around here the Poon Man. The Poon Man. Poon Man. I believe it's Ponage, but I've adopted the name Poon. Poon Man is the winner. Congratulations to the Poon Man. Before we get out of here, reminder, we are presented by PrizePicks. I cooked up a week 1 Jets Titan prize pick lineup already. This is 20 to win 60. Gino, traffic tickets aside, he'll have a need for speed through the air in Nashville. 199.5 passing yards. We're going more on that. We're going less on Cam Ward's passing number at 189.5. Make your own. You'll see a lot of the numbers. They change depending on when you look. So if you want to find value, always be checking for your favorite Jet-related players. Of course, World Cup later today. They have stuff for that. They have stuff for everything. The All-Star game tonight for those interested in that. Check it out. Again, use that code HMA. Make yourself your own lineup regardless of sport. Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's show. I will talk to you guys on ESPN Radio from 1 to 3 today. Call in, Asmaniacs. If I see your name on hold, we'll make sure you get bumped towards the front of the line. You guys are the best. I leave you with this short clip. Sit back, bask in the glory of all of it, and we'll talk to you soon. JETS, 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 Jets.
One of my first cards was in the 90s, the quarterback who went down with ACL.
What was the hand for? I don't understand. So like that was part of the story.
Oh, I do that.
You look like you have a massive hand.
No,
I mean, that's impressive, I guess.
ADHD, Bren. That's something that
what does it have to do with your hand?
Us 90 kids do a lot of dumb shit. But like, all I know is I studied the Jets quarterback play over the years, and then that's what I started to do as a kid, and then I got into football.
Is Brock Purdy gonna run for his life on the opener? Yeah! He's gonna die. Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go.
Oh, this is what I'm gonna do to you all season, little bitches. Oh, take that, you pesky Patriots fans. Oh, yeah, the dream season we've been waiting for is happening.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.